medical care political organization and publishes reports that take into careful account the sensitivities of its 101 member nations. WRO has a professional staff of 400 representing 71 nationalities. The organization has always attracted large numbers of intelligence operatives from a wide variety of countries. Employment by WRO is regarded as excellent cover because it provides diplomatic immunity and, in the eyes of the host country, professional respectability. WRO is typically the base rather than the target of intelligence agents who are unwittingly employed by it. To Mr. Kahn, the Polish ambassador has requested in a conversation with me today that we not renew the contract of Mr. Tadeusz Miernik when it expires next month. The ambassador explained that Mr. Miernik's professional skills are required by the Polish Ministry of Education. May I have your advice as to whether we may accede to the ambassador's wish, which has the effect of a formal request from the Polish government, without undue inconvenience to the organization? 8 May, Director General. To Director General, Mr. Miernik's work can be assigned to another official without undue inconvenience. I venture to add that I should, in the ordinary course of events, have recommended a permanent contract for Mr. Miernik, whose performance over the past 2 years has been of the highest quality. Mr. Miernik has, moreover, expressed a strong interest in remaining with the organization. He considers that he has personal as well as professional reasons to remain in Geneva. If you wish me to do so, I shall be happy to discuss these reasons with you, or to arrange for Mr. Miernik to do so himself. 11 May, H. Kahn, Chief of Political Research. To Mr. Kahn, would it be convenient for Mr. Miernik to state his case to me in writing? 15 May, Director General. To Director General, Mr. Miernik would welcome the opportunity of discussing his case with you. He prefers not to commit his arguments to writing. 15 May, H. Kahn, Chief of Political Research.
To Mr. Kahn, the Director General will be pleased to see you and Mr. Miernik in his office at 3 o'clock on Thursday the 18th of May. 16th of May, N. Collins, First Assistant.
Two. Report by Nigel Collins, First Assistant to the Director General, WRO, to a British intelligence service.
Tadeusz Miernik and his chief, H. Kahn, today, the 18th of May, made their case to the Director General that Miernik be retained in the organization under a permanent contract. Kahn confined his arguments to an affirmation of the professional competence of Miernik and then asked to be excused for the remainder of the conversation. 2. After Kahn's departure, Miernik stated with some emotion that he had reason to believe that his government wished to arrange his return to Poland so that he might be tried on political charges and imprisoned. Miernik denies that he is engaged in any activity that runs counter to Polish national interests. He believes, however, that the security services have looked upon his friendships with foreigners, i.e. Westerners, quote, with their usual demented suspicion, close quote. He fears for the welfare of his sister, a university student in Warsaw, who is his only living relative. 3. The Director General made no immediate response to Miernik's plea. He, the DG, is annoyed with Kahn, whom he regards as an excitable and rather naive man, for having placed him in the uncomfortable position of judging whether the ambassador of a member state, Poland, has sinister motives towards Miernik. 4. The DG asked me, after Miernik had departed, what I thought about the Poles' fears. I replied that I was sure that these were, at least in Miernik's mind, quite genuine. The DG replied, after a moment of rather comic thought, I can hardly ask the ambassador to guarantee to me that Miernik will not be shot by his secret police. He delayed a decision on Miernik's contract, which expires on the 30th of June, until the middle of next month. 5. Is it possible to confirm that Miernik does in fact have a sister in Warsaw University?
2A. Notation in different handwriting at the foot of the foregoing report.
22nd of May. Warsaw replies that no female named Miernik appears on the rolls of Warsaw University. Other Polish universities? 28th of May. Not on rolls of any other Polish university.
3. Biographical sketch of Tadeusz Miernik from our files. Tadeusz Miernik was born on 11 September 1929 in Krakow. His father, Jerzy, was a university graduate who worked before World War II as a manager of a meat distributing firm. During the war, he was connected to the anti-German underground. From 1947 until his death 5 years later, he was employed in a managerial capacity by a state enterprise. The mother, Maria Prokochny, was killed by a strafing airplane during the Soviet-German battle for Poland in 1941. Her son claims to have witnessed this incident. Miernik was educated at Warsaw University, which awarded him a doctorate in history. He taught Polish history at Warsaw University for a brief period until he was awarded a fellowship at a Soviet university. 2 years after this fellowship expired, he appeared in Geneva and was granted employment under a temporary contract at the World Research Organization. Miernik speaks fluent English, Russian, and German, as well as good French. His circle of acquaintances includes many persons of Western nationality. In general, he has avoided political discussion, but he has implied that his strong religious beliefs conflict with communist teachings. He claims to be a Roman Catholic and regularly attends Mass. He has stated that his mother intended him for the priesthood, and that he regrets that political circumstances in Poland prevented his entering on this vocation. Miernik is a sedentary man whose only exercise is walking. He appears to be of studious habit, and he has told friends that he is writing a social and political history of a tropical country, which he refuses to identify on grounds of scholarly discretion. It is believed that the country in question is either Sudan or Ethiopia. This judgment is based on an examination of books that he has removed from various libraries. Physical description: 5 feet 9 inches, 200 pounds. Black hair, brown eyes. Wears eyeglasses at all times. 3-inch surgical scar on inner right forearm. No explanation. Heavy beard, but clean-shaven. Clumps of hair grow from subject's ears. Very strong body odor. Idiosyncrasies: fastidious personal habits, does not smoke, drinks moderately as a usual thing, but has been known to become drunk. When intoxicated, undergoes personality change, becoming garrulous and physically very active, dances, challenges companions to arm wrestling contests, etc. No known sexual abnormalities. No known liaison with any female. 4. Report by Paul Christopher, an American under deep cover in Geneva, to a U.S. intelligence service.
Tadeusz Miernik phoned me early this morning, 19 May, to ask that I meet him in the Parc Montrepos at 11:30 a.m. He explained that he wished to talk to me alone before we joined Nigel Collins, Léon Brochard, Kalash el Khatar, and Hassan Khan for our usual Friday lunch. Miernik sounded over the phone even more shaken than he usually does. I have mentioned in earlier reports that his normal tone of voice is one of acute distress. I continue to wonder if he sounds like that in Polish as well as in English, French, and German. I found Miernik standing by the edge of the lake with the usual bag of stale bread in his hand. He was feeding the swans. All 3 buttons of his coat were carefully fastened, and he wore the look of a man who is phrasing his last will and testament. Nothing unusual there. He always looks like that. Miernik has a way of beginning conversations with a non sequitur, if you know what I mean. Only a month ago, he said, one of these beautiful swans killed a child with a blow of its beak. You saw the newspapers? The child was feeding it. It fractured the child's skull. Can you tell by looking at the swans which is the murderer? He scattered the last of his crusts on the water and turned his